Chosen one. Listen closely. This is not random. Heaven itself has pressed pause to draw your attention right now. The scroll of your life is being turned, and this page marks a divine interruption. You are not like the rest. You have never been ordinary. No matter how many times the world tried to convince you otherwise, you were marked before time began. Crafted with intention, designed with purpose. This moment is evidence of that. Think of every strange tug you've felt inside, every quiet whisper in your soul that told you there is more. That whisper was not imagination, it was heaven's reminder. You have been walking roads where others faltered. You have carried burdens that would have crushed another. Yet here you stand. This alone proves you are not abandoned, you are chosen. Even your struggles were not wasted. Those nights of unanswered questions, those tears you buried in silence, those betrayals that ripped through your heart, they were not accidents. They were the fire that forged resilience. Darkness thought it could destroy you, but every wound only revealed your endurance. The mark upon your life terrified the enemy, because he knew if you ever realized who you are, no chain could bind you again. Chosen one. Stop comparing yourself to the crowd. You are not called to blend in, you are called to stand out. You are heaven's disruption in a world sinking into compromise. Do you know why people misunderstand you? Because they sense the difference in you. Even when you don't see it yourself. You carry a fragrance of heaven that cannot be hidden, and it unsettles those comfortable with mediocrity. Do not mistake rejection as failure. Heaven often hides its warriors in plain sight. You've been set apart in silence, so that when your time comes, there will be no mistaking that God Himself raised you. The doors that closed were not punishment, they were protection. The seasons of delay were not denials, they were divine training. You have been hidden, not forgotten. And now, chosen one, heaven leans closer. Every distraction that tried to drown your purpose is losing power. Every shadow that whispered failure is trembling because the light inside you refuses to go out. You are entering a season where what was once impossible will begin to unfold before your very eyes. This is why your spirit feels the weight. It is sensing the nearness of breakthrough. Your story is not defined by what you lost, but by the glory that is about to be revealed through you. Nothing has been wasted. Every broken piece is being arranged into a testimony that will shake others awake. And even though the enemy tried to convince you otherwise, your life is not ordinary. It is a living prophecy in motion. As the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Beloved chosen one, this is your promise. This is your confirmation. You are not at the end, you are at the edge of flight. And that is why this Friday matters. A window is about to open. A divine alignment where heaven will test your obedience. This is not about convenience, this is about destiny. If you treat this moment lightly, it will pass. But if you recognize it and step in, everything changes. Do not procrastinate. Do not delay. Heaven is saying, now is the time. You are one act of obedience away from breakthrough. You are one yes away from stepping into the life that was written for you before your first breath. This Friday is not like other days. It is an appointment with destiny. So hear this clearly. Your light is too valuable to dim. Your calling is too sacred to abandon. And your time is too short to waste. You must rise. You must declare. You must choose to walk in your anointing, even when others doubt you. This is not coincidence. This is divine intervention. Heaven is speaking to you, and your response will echo through eternity. Now, beloved chosen one, pause. Breathe, and recognize the weight of this moment. If this word strikes your spirit, do not keep it hidden. Share it so another chosen one can awaken. Like this message so it reaches further. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe now. Because every word that flows here is for the rising of God's army. And finally, let heaven mark your response in the comments below. Type 777 as a prophetic act, declaring, I step into my calling this Friday. Chosen one. Let us go deeper. The world has looked at your scars and called them weakness, but heaven calls them marks of distinction. Every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every tear shed in silence has been part of your refining. You have been marked by struggle, yet that struggle has shaped you into someone unbreakable. Others saw your wounds and thought you were finished, but God saw your wounds and said, this one will rise stronger. Think about the weight you've carried that few even know. You've walked into rooms smiling while your soul was bleeding. You've held others up when no one was there to hold you. You've chosen to keep standing when giving up would have been easier. Chosen one. These are not signs of defeat. They are proof of the extraordinary strength that flows in you. Heaven knew what you would face, and heaven equipped you before you were even born. There were seasons when the pressure felt unbearable, when you wondered if God had gone silent, when the prayers you whispered seemed to vanish into thin air. Yet in those very moments, heaven was closer than you realized. The silence was not absence, it was training. Your tears watered the ground where your next victory will grow. The battle has always been bigger than you. It has been about shaping you into the vessel capable of carrying divine fire. Look closely at your life, and you will see the evidence. Every rejection redirected you. Every loss carved out deeper capacity for compassion. Every disappointment pushed you further into the arms of God. What felt like cruelty was, in fact, a sculptor's hand, chiseling away the unnecessary, leaving only the masterpiece. The enemy thought your struggle would bury you, but it only planted you in deeper soil. Chosen one. The reason life has been harder for you is not because you are cursed, but because you are chosen. You carry an assignment others do not carry, and therefore you've endured a warfare others do not endure. If you ever wondered why you don't fit in, why you feel everything so deeply, why the battles never seem to let up, it is because your calling requires it. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. This is why you've survived what should have destroyed you. This is why the grave couldn't keep you down. Heaven's hand has been steering your path through storms that were meant to swallow you whole. Every strike against you has failed, not because you are invincible in yourself, but because the plans of heaven over your life cannot be cancelled. Even now, as you recall the darkest valleys you've walked through, recognize how they built something inside of you that cannot be shaken. You've gained wisdom that textbooks could never teach. You've gained discernment that only comes from walking through shadows. You've gained endurance that no ordinary person carries. Your scars are not your shame, they are your credentials. They testify that you are still standing, and they whisper to every principality of darkness, "This one cannot be broken." Do not despise the days of struggle. Do not curse the path you had to walk. For the very things that hurt you most have given you authority in the Spirit. You now carry the power to speak into storms, to comfort the broken, to declare hope to the hopeless. Because you yourself have been there. The struggle has become the foundation of your ministry. The pain has become the oil for your anointing. Chosen one, take heart in this. Nothing you've endured has been wasted. Heaven does not waste suffering. Every drop of sorrow, every crushing blow, every lonely season is being redeemed. The tapestry of your life is being woven. And while you may see only tangled threads, heaven sees the full picture, beautiful, radiant, and purposeful. The world may look at you and see weakness, but heaven sees strength that terrifies the enemy. The fact that you are still here, still breathing, still listening to these words, is the proof. You have survived every plot, every trap, every snare. That survival is not an accident. It is evidence of a divine plan unfolding. Do not let bitterness take root. Do not let your scars turn into chains. Instead, let them become your song of victory. You are more powerful now than you were before the trial. You are wiser now than you were before the pain. You are closer to heaven's heart because of the journey you've walked. And soon, what has been hidden will be revealed, and the world will understand why you had to walk the way you did. Beloved, chosen one, stand tall in your struggle. Wear your scars as crowns. Let the world know that though the fire was fierce, you did not burn. Though the waters were deep, you did not drown. Though the night was long, the dawn has come, and heaven smiles as it whispers, "You were always meant to rise from the struggle as a testimony of my faithfulness." Chosen one, within you burns a fire that cannot be explained. It is not ordinary passion, not mere human drive. It is heaven's flame. From the moment you first drew breath, that flame was set inside you. The world tried to drown it. The enemy tried to smother it. And even your own doubts tried to silence it. Yet, here you are, still carrying the unquenchable fire. This fire is why you feel restless in places others call home. This is why you cannot settle for half-truths or watered-down purpose. The light within you is too bright to be contained. You have been entrusted with a spark that was meant to become a blaze. And once you surrender fully, that blaze will spread in ways you cannot yet imagine. The enemy fears this fire. He knows that once you rise into your calling, darkness loses its grip. Your presence alone disrupts his plans. This is why you felt constant pressure, constant attack, because the fire you carry terrifies hell. If you ever understood the full weight of what you've been given, the enemy's strongholds in your family, in your community, even in nations, would begin to crumble. Beloved, do not underestimate the fire. It is holy. It is untamed. It is not there for comfort. It is there for war. The struggles you've walked through have been testing whether you will guard this flame or let the wind of compromise blow it out. Every disappointment was an attempt to suffocate you. Every betrayal was a scheme to make you doubt your worth. Every delay was a strategy to make you give up. But you didn't. That is proof of who you are. You are not chosen for ease. You are chosen for impact. And impact always requires fire. The kind of fire that purifies you first, burning away pride, fear, and doubt. The kind of fire that makes you unshakable when others collapse. The kind of fire that turns your scars into testimony and your pain into authority. You cannot carry heaven's fire and remain unchanged. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? Do you feel the weight of this? That stirring in your chest is heaven, confirming these words. It is not emotion, it is activation. When you choose to acknowledge the fire, it grows. When you declare with your mouth what heaven has already spoken over you, the enemy trembles. So, here is your moment to act. Write these words in the comments. I carry fire. Let it be more than a phrase. Let it be a prophetic declaration. When you type it, you are not just posting words, you are affirming your identity. You are telling the enemy, my flame will not be extinguished. You are reminding your own soul, I was made for this. And you are joining with a host of other chosen ones rising in this very hour, united in the same fire. Every great awakening in history started with a small flame, guarded faithfully by those who refused to let it die. You are part of that lineage. The world is waiting, whether they know it or not, for you to step fully into your calling. Your fire was never meant to stay hidden. It was meant to ignite others. Do not be afraid of the weight of this responsibility. Heaven does not ask you to carry it alone. The same God who placed the fire inside you will breathe upon it, guide it, and expand it. All you must do is remain faithful. Keep your altar burning. Keep your flame alive through prayer, through obedience, through courage when fear surrounds you. Chosen one, understand this. Your fire is not fragile. It has survived storms, betrayals, loneliness, and battles that should have destroyed you. If it were weak, it would have died long ago. But it lives. Because it was never yours to begin with, it was God's gift to you. That is why it endures. And that is why it will continue to endure. Rise with confidence. Beloved, do not dim yourself to make others comfortable. Do not silence yourself to avoid conflict. The fire inside you is heaven's answer to someone else's darkness. Your obedience is the spark that will light the way for generations to come. The enemy already knows your potential. That's why he fought you so hard. Now, it's time you know it too. Let this be the day you stop apologizing for your fire and start walking boldly in it. Heaven has called, and the flame inside you is your response. Chosen one, you stand at a threshold. Life has led you to a precipice, and heaven has made it clear this is not an ordinary season. You are on the edge of decision. To one side lies compromise, comfort, and silence. To the other lies surrender, boldness, and obedience. You cannot stand in both worlds. Heaven is watching to see what you will choose. This moment is sacred because it reveals what your heart treasures most. Many before you have reached this same edge. Some turned back, afraid of what it would cost. Others stepped forward, unsure but willing to trust. Every great destiny has been determined by such moments. And now, it is your turn. The weight you feel pressing on your spirit is not confusion, it is heaven's invitation. The discomfort you've carried, the sense that nothing satisfies, the urge that pushes you forward even when you resist all of it is a sign that you cannot remain where you are. To delay is to drift. To drift is to lose. Heaven calls for a clear decision. There is danger in hesitation. The enemy whispers, "Wait a little longer. You are not ready yet." But hesitation is often the most dangerous rebellion. Each day, you remain in limbo. Your fire flickers weaker. Your resolve erodes. Mercy extends itself again and again. But there comes a time when the door closes, not out of cruelty, but out of justice. Heaven cannot leave decisions unanswered forever. Chosen one, feel the urgency. You have been brought too far to turn back now. The very air around you carries witness to your destiny. Every hardship that did not destroy you, every prayer that kept you alive, every miracle that sustained you, all of it has led you to this edge. This is not coincidence. This is appointment. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. These words still thunder today. Chosen one, you cannot waver forever. You cannot live with divided allegiance. Your spirit knows the truth. It is time to step into it. There is no middle ground left. You are either carrying heaven's light or compromising with shadows. You are either moving forward in faith or shrinking back into fear. Do not deceive yourself with the thought that tomorrow will be easier. Tomorrow will only repeat today's hesitation. Change is not birthed by waiting, it is birthed by deciding. Heaven is not asking for perfection, it is asking for surrender. You may not have every answer. You may not feel ready. But readiness is not the requirement. Obedience is. Beloved, the trembling you feel is holy. It is proof that this decision matters. Do not confuse trembling with weakness. It is the sign that your soul recognizes the weight of heaven's call. Even Jesus, in the garden, felt the trembling, yet he chose to say, "Not my will, but yours be done." And because of that surrender, salvation poured out upon the earth. You may feel small, but heaven sees the impact of your yes. The choice before you is not about convenience. It is about eternity. Will you remain in the comfort of indecision, or will you step boldly into obedience, trusting that the one who called you will not fail you? Do not let fear of the unknown paralyze you. You may not know every step, but heaven has already written the path. Light comes when you move forward. The Red Sea did not part until Moses lifted his staff. The walls of Jericho did not fall until the people marched. The miracle always meets movement. Chosen one, heaven is not testing your strength, it is testing your decision. Strength will come after you step. Provision will come after you move. Clarity will come after you obey. But none of these will appear if you remain frozen at the edge. You must choose. Feel this truth deep in your spirit. Destiny does not wait for the hesitant. Destiny responds to the bold, to those who step forward even with trembling hands, even with questions unanswered. Heaven is not demanding perfection. Heaven is asking for a heart that says, yes. Then, stand tall. Beloved, lift your eyes. Recognize the edge you are on is not a place of fear, but a place of transition. The discomfort you feel is labor pain, the birth of a new season. What lies ahead may cost you, but what lies ahead is worth more than anything you leave behind. You are not at the edge to fall, you are at the edge to fly. Step forward, and watch heaven's hand sustain you. Step forward, and watch chains break. Step forward and watch the light within you ignite in full brilliance. Chosen one. The path you have walked has often felt heavy. There were doors that slammed shut in your face, opportunities that seemed to vanish, and seasons where silence echoed louder than answers. At times you thought heaven had forgotten you. But listen closely. Those delays and denials were not rejection. They were preparation. Like a seed planted deep in the soil, you were hidden for a time, not to be abandoned, but to grow strong roots that could sustain a greater harvest. A tree cannot bear fruit without enduring seasons of barrenness. The winter does not mean death, it means preparation for spring. In the same way, your hidden seasons have not been wasted. They have been holy training grounds where your patience, your faith, and your endurance were being forged. Every not yet from heaven has been a shield protecting you from lesser paths that could not contain the fullness of your destiny. Consider the potter with clay in his hands. The clay does not understand why it is pressed, why it is stretched, why it is spun endlessly on the wheel. Yet the potter sees the masterpiece long before it takes shape. So it has been with you. What felt like endless spinning was the forming of your vessel. You are not common clay, you are a vessel chosen to carry divine treasure. Even the silence of heaven has been strategic. When God seems quiet, it is often because He is teaching you to hear Him in deeper ways. Just as a musician learns to hear subtle notes that others miss, your spirit has been tuned in the silence. This is why you now discern things you never noticed before. Why your spirit senses shifts others overlook. Silence has trained your ears for the symphony of heaven. Do not despise the hiddenness. Diamonds form in darkness, not in display. Oil is pressed out of olives only through crushing. Wine is released from grapes only through pressure. The greater the calling, the greater the preparation. This is not punishment, it is proof of your significance. You would not be tested so thoroughly if your destiny were small. Scripture says in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 2, "Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, He takes away. And every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes, that it may bear more fruit." And now, beloved, chosen one, your roots are deep, your vessel is strong, your ears are tuned. The hidden preparation has not been in vain. You are stepping into a season where what was once unseen will begin to unfold. Others may think you are rising suddenly, but heaven knows you have been in training for years. If these words touch your spirit, let them not remain only within you. Just as a flame spreads when passed from torch to torch, so too does encouragement grow when shared. When you like this message, you help the fire of heaven's truth travel further. When you share it, you become part of awakening another chosen one who might still feel trapped in their hidden season. And when you subscribe, you anchor yourself to a continual flow of reminders that keep your flame burning bright. And yes, for those who feel stirred deeper, even supporting this work through giving is like watering the very tree that has been pouring fruit into your life. Your generosity is not payment, it is participation. It is as if you place another log on the fire, ensuring that the warmth continues not only for you, but for countless others who will come seeking light in their darkness. Think of it this way: a single drop of water cannot make a river, but when drops join together, rivers carve valleys and nourish nations. In the same way, your act of support, whether through prayer, sharing, or giving becomes part of a greater current flowing into the lives of many. You are not only receiving, you are planting back into the soil from which you are fed. Do this not out of pressure, but out of alignment. A heart that gives with joy becomes like the sower, scattering seeds into fertile ground, trusting that the harvest will come in due time. And indeed, heaven never ignores such seeds. Beloved, remember this always. Hidden seasons do not mean forgotten seasons. You have been in the care of the Master all along. Every delay has been strategic. Every silence has been training. Every pruning has been purposeful. You are not late. You are right on time. And when the unveiling comes, it will be clear to all that your strength was never your own. It was heaven's work within you. Lift your head. Chosen one. See the bigger picture. Understand that your hiddenness has birthed depth. Your waiting has birthed wisdom. And your pruning has birthed fruitfulness. And now, the world will taste and see the goodness that has been forming in you all along. Chosen one. A window is opening before you, and it is not like the others you have seen. This Friday carries a weight that is not ordinary. It is a divine window, a crack in time where heaven's purpose aligns with your obedience. Many days may feel the same, but not this one. This is an appointed time, and heaven is calling you to pay attention. Imagine a door left ajar in the night. To some, it is nothing but an opening, but to the one who has been waiting, to the one who has been prepared, it is the chance to step into a new world. That is what this Friday represents. It is not simply another day in the calendar, it is a hinge upon which your future will turn. Every hidden season you have endured, every preparation, every pruning has been leading to moments like this. Heaven does not waste time, heaven sets appointments. And you, beloved, are standing before one now. The question is not whether God is ready. The question is whether you will step forward in obedience when the window opens. This Friday may not look dramatic to others. The sky may not split. The earth may not shake. But in the unseen, something shifts. Heaven's hand stretches out, waiting for your response. If you remain passive, the window closes. If you move in faith, it opens wider. This is the mystery of divine timing. Opportunity does not remain forever. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live. Beloved, chosen one. This scripture is a mirror of your current moment. Before you stands a choice, life or death, blessing or curse, surrender or rebellion. Heaven itself witnesses your decision, and while God will never force your hand, He makes it clear: choose life, choose obedience, choose the way of light. This is why you cannot treat this Friday lightly. It is not simply another sunrise. It is a divine appointment where your response shapes the road ahead. You have felt the stirring already. You have sensed the urgency in your spirit, and now heaven confirms it. Step through the window. Do not wait. Do not look back. Beloved, the enemy will do everything in his power to distract you. In these hours leading up to the appointed time, he will whisper that nothing is happening. He will surround you with noise to drown out the still, small voice. But remember, he fears what happens when you obey. Your obedience is a weapon sharper than any blade. It cuts chains. It silence lit. It opens heavens. Do not be deceived into thinking this is small. Every great shift begins with a single act of obedience. David's stone looked small against Goliath, but it carried heaven's precision. Moses' staff looked ordinary, but it parted seas. Your act of faith this Friday may look insignificant to the world, but in the Spirit, it will shake foundations. Chosen one. The window will not stay open forever. The ark door closed. The Red Sea closed. The opportunity passes when ignored. Do not assume tomorrow will wait for you. You have been prepared for this very hour. Do not waste it in hesitation. The fire within you was not given to be hidden, and the call upon you was not meant to be delayed. Heaven has placed you here. Now, for this, your obedience is the key. Your faith is the movement, and your decision will echo long after this moment passes. So, here is your prophetic act. Mark this moment in the comments below by typing 888. This is not about numbers alone, it is about declaration. 8 is the number of new beginnings, of stepping into what has never been before. When you write it, you are declaring, I choose to step into the divine window prepared for me this Friday. And do this not as empty words, but as a covenant between your soul and heaven. Let the simple act of typing be your outward sign of an inward decision. You are declaring that you will not miss your appointment. You will not shrink back. You will not let fear steal what was meant for you. Chosen one. Your life is about to turn a page. What felt like endless waiting is giving way to divine timing. What felt like silence is giving way to direction. And this Friday is not just a date, it is a doorway. Step through it and watch heaven move. Chosen one. As the window of heaven draws near, the enemy grows restless. He knows he cannot destroy what God has marked, so he tries to distract. Distraction is his favorite weapon because it feels harmless. Yet it robs you of focus, drains your strength, and blurs your vision. The greatest danger to your destiny is not always open attack. It is subtle noise that pulls you from the path. You have likely felt it already. The endless swirl of opinions, the chatter of voices that do not understand you, the constant lure of busyness that keeps you from listening to what matters most. It feels like your attention is always under siege, your mind scattered in 1,000 directions. This is not coincidence, it is strategy. The enemy knows if he can steal your focus, he can weaken your fire. Beloved, think of a soldier on the battlefield. Victory does not always come to the strongest, but to the one who remains alert. A distracted soldier is a vulnerable soldier. In the same way, distraction weakens your awareness of the Spirit's guidance. It blinds you to the doors opening before you. It tempts you to settle for shallow pleasures instead of deep purpose. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you, saying, "This is the way, walk in it." This is heaven's promise in the midst of distraction. No matter how loud the noise becomes, the Spirit still whispers direction, but you must quiet yourself to hear it. The enemy thrives in chaos, but God speaks in stillness. The more you drown in noise, the harder it becomes to discern the gentle voice of heaven. Chosen one. Discernment is your shield. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. Not every invitation deserves your presence. You must learn to separate what is urgent from what is important, what is noise from what is truth, what is distraction from what is destiny. The voices of distraction often appeal to your flesh. They tell you to seek comfort rather than growth, popularity rather than obedience, safety rather than surrender. But the voice of God always points you toward purpose. It may not be easy, but it is clear. It may not be popular, but it is life-giving. Think of Nehemiah building the wall. His enemies tried to lure him into endless conversations. Distractions meant to pull him away from his assignment. His answer was simple: I am doing a great work, and I cannot come down. That same spirit must rise in you. When distractions call, your response must be firm. I cannot come down. My purpose is too great to waste time on lesser things. Beloved, distractions are not always evil in themselves. Sometimes they are good things out of season. A door may open that looks golden, yet it is not aligned with your timing. A friendship may seem pleasant, yet it subtly drains your focus. Even blessings can become burdens if they pull you away from what heaven has ordained. This is why discernment is critical. Guard your heart. Guard your ears. Guard your eyes. You cannot consume everything and expect to stay sharp in spirit. Just as an athlete trains by focusing only on what strengthens the body, so too must you choose carefully what strengthens your soul. Not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your yes. No, beloved chosen one. You will know a distraction by its fruit. If it leaves you anxious, drained, or distant from God, it is not for you. If it clouds your vision or tempts you to compromise, it is not from Him. But if it stirs your spirit toward courage, faith, and holiness, then it is aligned with heaven's voice. The enemy's goal is simple. If he cannot destroy you, he will dilute you. He will scatter your focus so that your fire loses intensity. But heaven is calling you to remain sharp, to fix your eyes like flint on the path before you. This is not a season to entertain every voice. It is a season to lean into the only voice that matters. Suppose, chosen one. Ask yourself, what is pulling at your focus? Which voices are shaping your choices? Which distractions have been stealing your strength? It is time to release them. It is time to cut ties with what clouds your vision. It is time to return to stillness, where the Spirit whispers clearly, "This is the way. Walk in it." You were not chosen to wander in circles. You were chosen to walk with clarity. You were not set apart to be scattered. You were set apart to be steadfast. Let every distraction fall silent, and let heaven's voice rise above them all. Chosen one. Look back at the journey you have walked and recognize what has been forged within you. Every trial, every storm, every betrayal was not merely an obstacle. It was a blacksmith's fire shaping your armor. You may not have seen it while you were weeping, but heaven was clothing you in strength that could not be bought, only forged. The armor you wear is not visible to human eyes, yet it is more real than anything in this world. It is not made of iron or steel, but of faith, endurance, truth, and righteousness. Others may carry titles or positions, but you carry scars that have turned into shields. What once wounded you has now become your protection. Think of a soldier entering battle. He does not wear polished armor for decoration. He wears it because he expects war. In the same way, your life has been preparation for battles you were destined to fight. And the evidence that you are chosen is this: though the enemy struck again and again, you remained standing. The blows did not break you, they built you. Do not despise the hardships that clothed you. Every rejection became a helmet, guarding your mind from lies of unworthiness. Every disappointment became a breastplate, teaching your heart resilience against despair. Every tear became a sword, sharpened by pain, yet wielded in love. Your armor is not borrowed, it is uniquely yours, fitted by the very trials that tried to destroy you. The ancient words recorded in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 declare, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." Beloved, this is not poetry alone, it is instruction. You are not walking a casual path, you are walking a battlefield. The moment you were chosen, the war around you intensified. Yet, you are not unprotected. Heaven has clothed you with armor that terrifies darkness. The enemy knows he cannot strike you without meeting the shields forged in your suffering. Understand this: ordinary people cannot wear your armor. It was custom-made through your journey. Another may look at your life and wonder how you survived, but they cannot comprehend that what crushed them could not crush you. Your armor is evidence of heaven's hand upon you. It is not light, but it is holy. It fits only you because it was formed only for you. Remember David before Goliath. He was offered the king's armor, but it did not fit. He could not wear what was made for another. Instead, he stepped forward with what he had learned in secret: his sling, his stones, his history with God. The same is true for you. You cannot copy another's battle plan or imitate another's anointing. Your armor is enough because it was given to you for the exact giants you are called to face. Below, chosen one, do not be ashamed of your scars. Do not hide the places where you were once broken. They are now sealed with strength, and they shine as proof of what you have endured. Each scar is a story, each bruise a testimony, each healed wound a declaration. The enemy struck, but I did not fall. Your armor is not only for defense, it is for advance. It does not merely shield you from attack, it allows you to press forward into territories the enemy thought you would never reach. With every step you take in faith, your armor declares that you are unstoppable. With every act of obedience, your armor grows stronger. Beloved, this is why the enemy cannot comprehend you. He expected the fire to consume you, yet it refined you. He expected the storm to drown you, yet it taught you to walk on waves. He expected the chains to hold you, yet they forged your keys. You walk now as one clothed, not in weakness, but in resilience forged by heaven itself. Guard this armor well. Do not lay it down for the sake of comfort. Do not trade it for the approval of men. Your armor is proof of your identity, a mark that you have been through battle and remain unbroken. When you stand in your armor, you do not merely represent yourself, you represent the God who never left you in the fire. Below, the chosen one, feel the weight of this truth. You are fully equipped. You may not always feel strong, but strength is not measured by feelings, it is measured by what has been forged within you. And heaven declares that your armor is ready. Lift your head. Walk boldly. The armor you carry was not wasted. It has made you into a warrior heaven can trust, a vessel darkness fears, a testimony earth needs. You are clothed in more than survival. You are clothed in victory. Chosen one. There is a sound that heaven listens for above all others. It is not the sound of applause, nor the noise of crowds. It is the sound of obedience, more powerful than eloquent prayers, more weighty than grand promises. Obedience is the sound that shakes the unseen. When heaven hears your obedience, doors swing open, chains fall, and blessings flow. Obedience is not glamorous. It often feels quiet, hidden, even costly. It is saying yes when no one is watching, stepping forward when no one else understands, surrendering when your flesh wants to resist. Yet, in heaven's eyes, obedience is the purest form of worship. It declares, God, I trust you above myself. I choose your way, even when mine seems easier. Throughout history, every chosen vessel was defined not by talent, but by obedience. Abraham left his homeland with no map, trusting only the voice of God. Noah built an ark in dry ground, mocked by his generation. Mary said yes to carrying a miracle she could not explain. Peter cast his nets after an unfruitful night, simply because Jesus said, "Try again." Each act of obedience shifted history. Your life, too, hinges on obedience. The enemy does not fear your words nearly as much as he fears your actions. He trembles when your faith takes form, when your yes is backed by steps, when your prayers become practice. This is why the battle often intensifies right when you are about to obey, because your obedience unlocks what your prayers alone cannot. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 15, "If you love me, keep my commands." Beloved, do not miss the depth of these words. Love is not proven by feeling, it is proven by obedience. True devotion is not measured in songs sung or promises made, but in steps taken. Every time you choose God's way above your own, you are declaring love louder than words ever could. This is the sound heaven longs to hear from you, not the noise of endless excuses, not the clamor of delay, but the simple, steady rhythm of obedience. Even when no one applauds you, heaven records it. Even when no one notices, heaven celebrates it. For every hidden yes carries weight in the Spirit. Chosen one, your obedience does not only affect you, it affects those connected to your destiny. When you obey, others are set free. When you step forward, others are encouraged to rise. When you hold the line, generations after you walk in the blessing, your obedience echoes far beyond what you see. But hesitation has a sound too. It is the sound of delay, the quiet rebellion that whispers, "Tomorrow, later, maybe another time." This sound grieves heaven because it wastes moments that were meant to birth miracles. Every delayed yes gives the enemy ground he does not deserve. That is why heaven calls you not to someday, but to now. Beloved, obedience is not about perfection. It is not about never stumbling. It is about a heart that continually says, "Yes, Lord, even if I do not understand." Heaven does not demand flawless execution, but faithful surrender. God can multiply small acts of obedience into mighty results. Think of the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. His offering seemed insignificant, but because he placed it in Jesus' hands, thousands were fed. Obedience is never about the size of what you bring, it is about the heart with which you bring it. Now I invite you, chosen one, to make your declaration visibly. Write in the comments below, "I will obey." Do not take these words lightly. They are more than a comment, they are a covenant. When you type them, you are aligning your spirit with heaven's expectation. You are telling every distraction, every fear, every doubt, "Obedience will be my sound." Let this act mark your decision. And remember, the sound of obedience is louder than the roar of fear. Fear will shout that you are not ready, but obedience whispers, "God is enough." Doubt will argue that it makes no sense, but obedience responds, "His ways are higher." The crowd may question your steps, but obedience says, "I follow the shepherd, not the voices." Endual, chosen one. The world is waiting for your sound. Creation itself groans for the revealing of God's sons and daughters, and your obedience is the key that unlocks revelation. Do not underestimate what one yes can do. It can ripple across eternity, shifting lives you may never meet. The time is now. The window is open. Heaven leans close, waiting to hear your sound. Let it be the sound of obedience, a sound that moves mountains, terrifies darkness, and delights the heart of God. Chosen one. There is a truth the enemy will never admit but cannot escape. He fears you. He fears the light you carry, the authority stamped upon your life, and the fire that has survived every attempt to extinguish it. Darkness is not intimidated by empty religion or casual belief, but it trembles before one who knows who they are in God. That is you. Have you noticed how battles intensify right when you are about to rise? That is not coincidence, it is evidence of your threat. Hell does not waste resources fighting the ordinary. It wages war against the extraordinary, against those marked with destiny. Every sleepless night, every wave of attack, every sudden storm was proof that the enemy saw what you carried long before you did. Beloved, the enemy does not see you as weak. He sees you as a weapon forged by heaven. Imagine a sword hammered in the fire. Every strike of the blacksmith is painful for the metal, but it shapes it into something deadly for the battlefield. That has been your life. The blows you endured were not your end. They were forging. And now you stand as a blade polished by heaven, gleaming with purpose. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 37. No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Do you feel the weight of that? You are not merely a survivor, you are more than a conqueror. Survival means you escaped defeat. Conqueror means you claimed victory. But more than a conqueror means you take back territory. You rewrite stories. You leave legacies. The enemy trembles because he knows your life is not just about you, it is about the lives you will impact. The chains you will break. The freedom you will release. Beloved, think of a lighthouse on a stormy night. The waves crash violently. The winds howl. But the lighthouse does not move. Its light cuts through the chaos, guiding ships to safety. That is who you are. The storms do not terrify you, they reveal your purpose. Darkness cannot comprehend why. After everything, your light still shines. That is why it fears you. Or picture a lion in the wilderness. Hyenas may surround. Jackals may gather, but the roar of the lion scatters them all. You have that roar inside you, the authority of heaven's spirit. The enemy may gather distractions, discouragements, and lies around you. But when you rise and release your roar in obedience, fear shakes his camp. This is why your voice matters. This is why your obedience matters. This is why your presence alone shifts atmospheres. You carry heaven's authority, and the enemy cannot silence what heaven has chosen. Beloved chosen one, if this message is stirring your spirit, let me pause to speak from the heart. When you like these words, it is as if you place oil upon the flame, allowing the light to travel further. When you share, you are not just clicking a button, you are becoming a messenger, a torchbearer carrying fire into places I could never reach alone. And when you subscribe, you are choosing to stay connected to a stream of reminders that keep your spirit sharp and ready for battle. And yes, for those who feel a deeper nudge, even giving sowing back into this work is like adding stones to the altar. It keeps the fire burning, not just for you, but for others who are desperate for hope. Your generosity becomes like bread placed in the hands of Jesus. It multiplies, it feeds, it sustains more than you could imagine. I share this not as demand, but as invitation. Participation is a privilege, and heaven sees every seed planted in faith. Beloved, never forget, your resilience is your weapon. The fact that you are still standing after everything is what terrifies the enemy most. He threw storms at you, yet you did not drown. He set fires against you, yet you did not burn. He tried to silence you, yet here you are, still declaring truth. The enemy knows your potential even more than you sometimes do. He sees the ripple effect of your rising. One decision of obedience from you can break curses in families. One prayer from your lips can shift atmospheres. One act of faith can open doors for generations. That is why he fears you. Beloved, chosen one, lift your eyes. See yourself as heaven sees you, a warrior clothed in light, a vessel of glory, a conqueror marked by victory. The battles you face are not proof of weakness, they are proof of importance. You would not be fought this hard if you were not a threat. And you are not just a threat, you are a nightmare to the enemy's plans. So walk boldly, stand tall, release your roar. Your life is proof that darkness cannot win. And as you move forward, remember, the enemy fears you because heaven has already declared you are unstoppable. Chosen one. There are chains older than you, patterns that have woven themselves through generations of your family, cycles of pain and struggle that seemed impossible to break. You have seen them: repeated failures, repeated wounds, repeated bondages. Others accepted them as normal, as destiny written in stone. But heaven has marked you to be different. You are the interruption. You are the breaker of chains. Understand this: generational chains are not merely habits, they are strongholds. They pass down silently, shaping choices, influencing desires, pulling hearts into the same traps over and over again. They whisper that nothing can change, that the story must repeat. But you were chosen to silence those whispers. You were chosen to be the turning point where the curse ends and the blessing begins. Think of your life as a bridge. Behind you lies the weight of what has been carried for centuries. Before you lies the promise of freedom for those yet to come. Heaven did not place you here by accident. Your struggles have not only been about you, they have been about breaking what no one before you could break. Beloved, this is why your battles have felt heavier than others. You have wrestled with darkness older than yourself. You have faced temptations and burdens that did not begin with you. But do not mistake the weight for weakness. The fact that you feel the chain proves that you are the one called to break it. Others wore it like normal. You recognized it as bondage. That recognition is evidence of heaven's hand. The Word of God declares in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 1, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm. Then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." Beloved, freedom is not just a hope, it is your inheritance. The cross did not only purchase forgiveness, it purchased liberation. The chains that bound your bloodline lose their power in the presence of Christ. What enslaved your fathers and mothers will not enslave you, because you carry the authority of heaven to say. It ends here. Consider Abraham. He was called out of a family that worshipped idols, marked to birth a lineage that would know the living God. His obedience broke centuries of darkness and opened the door for generations of blessing. Or think of Joseph, who endured betrayal and imprisonment, only to rise and preserve a nation and his family from destruction. His pain was not wasted. It became the platform for deliverance. In the same way, your trials are not random. They are targeted because your rising is not only for you, but for those connected to your name. Beloved, chosen one. When you pray, you are not only lifting your own life, you are interceding for those before you and those after you. When you resist temptation, you are not only protecting yourself, you are cutting off the roots that tried to grow deeper into your family line. When you stand in obedience, you are planting seeds of blessing your children, and their children will eat from. Do not underestimate the ripple of your choices. Heaven sees not only your present, but the legacies unfolding from it. Your yesterday will echo for centuries, just as curses travel through generations. So do blessings. And heaven has marked you as the one to flip the script. Beloved, breaking chains is not easy. It will require tears, prayers, courage, and persistence. You may feel the pressure of resistance, but know this: resistance is proof that the chain is weakening. Chains do not rattle if they are not about to break. The warfare intensifies before the breakthrough, not after. So take heart. You are not alone in this battle. Heaven stands with you. Angels war on your behalf, and Christ himself intercedes for you. The chains are real, but the power in you is greater. Where others bowed, you will stand. Where others fell, you will rise. Where others surrendered, you will overcome. And when the chains shatter, the sound will not only echo in your life, but in the lives of countless others. Future generations will walk in freedoms they did not fight for, because you fought. Children, yet unborn, will give thanks for battles they never had to face, because you chose to end them now. Beloved chosen one, lift your eyes. Do not fear the chain. Fear is its last defense. Stand firm. Wield the truth. Declare freedom. And do not let the yoke return. You are the one chosen to break what others endured. You are the hinge upon which the story of your family turns. You are the breaker of chains. And heaven smiles, because you are saying, "It ends with me, chosen one." Heaven often speaks in ways that go beyond human language, sometimes through visions, sometimes through dreams, sometimes through whispers in the soul. But there are also times when heaven seals its message in numbers, simple, powerful markers that carry prophetic weight. Numbers are not random, they are woven into creation itself. 7 days formed the world. 12 tribes carried the covenant. 40 days marked seasons of testing and transformation. When heaven repeats numbers in your life, it is not coincidence, it is confirmation. You may have noticed certain numbers appearing around you, in unexpected places, at unusual times. These are not accidents. They are signs, reminders that heaven is speaking and inviting your attention. Prophetic numbers are like gentle knocks on the door of your spirit, calling you to pause, to reflect, to align. Think of the number 12. It represents government, authority, and divine order. Jacob's sons became the 12 tribes of Israel. Jesus chose 12 disciples to carry his mission into the earth. To walk in the number 12 is to walk in alignment with heaven's structure and authority. It is to recognize that your life is not scattered, it is ordered. Beloved, this is important because the enemy thrives on disorder. He sows chaos, confusion, fragmentation. But heaven speaks in numbers to remind you that your path is not random, it is divinely arranged. Even what feels like detours are woven into the tapestry of purpose. Prophetic numbers are heaven's way of saying, I am writing your story with precision, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. Revelation chapter 21. Verse 14, the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Do you see it? The eternal city itself carries the mark of 12. The foundations of heaven's dwelling are built upon order and authority. In the same way, your life is being built not on shifting sand, but on a foundation heaven has carefully laid. Every step, every season, every yes of obedience has been set in place by divine design. Beloved, prophetic numbers are not charms or superstitions. They are invitations. They do not control you. They confirm you. They are reminders that God is near, that heaven is attentive, that you are not forgotten. To recognize them is to recognize that your life is part of a greater pattern, a divine rhythm where every beat matters. Consider how numbers have marked your journey. How many times have you survived when odds were stacked against you? How many times have you seen provision come at just the right moment? Each one was a prophetic marker, heaven whispering, I am with you. I am ordering your steps. Chosen one, your obedience is part of this divine equation. Heaven may open a window, but you must step through it. Heaven may give a sign, but you must respond. Numbers that prophesy are not just for noticing, they are for declaring. When you recognize them, you are invited to align your words and actions with what heaven has already spoken. And so, as an act of prophetic agreement, I invite you now, type the number 444 inches the comments. 4 is the number of foundations, of stability, of creation's corners north, south, east, and west. To declare 444 is to declare, my life is established, my steps are ordered, I walk in heaven's design, not in chaos. And do not treat this lightly. It is not about digits on a screen, it is about agreement in the spirit. When you write it, you are not only acknowledging heaven's order, you are stepping into it. You are saying, I will not live scattered. I will walk in the structure of my calling. grounded and unshaken. And, beloved, heaven is aligning you even now. The confusion you once carried is giving way to clarity. The wandering you once endured is giving way to direction. Numbers that prophesy are heaven's way of assuring you the author of time is holding your story, and nothing is wasted. So, lift your head. Pay attention to the signs. Walk in the order that heaven has declared, and let the simple act of declaring 444 be your agreement that your life is built upon solid foundations, and your destiny is sealed in heaven's perfect design. Chosen one, fire has always been the test of what is real. Gold is revealed in fire. Faith is strengthened in fire. And character is proven in fire. Though you may not have chosen the flames you walked through, they became the furnace where your destiny was refined. Others saw only the heat of your suffering, but heaven saw the purity being drawn out of you. The fire is never pleasant. It consumes comfort. It strips away illusion. It leaves you feeling exposed and vulnerable. But fire also reveals what cannot be destroyed. When the flames raged around you, what remained was your true essence, the part of you that no trial can erase, the part of you that carries heaven's imprint. Beloved, understand this. Walking through the fire does not mean you are abandoned. Quite the opposite. It means heaven trusts you enough to withstand what others could not. You were not thrown into the flames to perish. You were led into them to emerge, radiant. Every trial you endured was a furnace, not a grave. Think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, cast into the blazing furnace because they refused to bow to idols. To the onlookers, it was certain death. Yet in the midst of the fire, they were not alone. A fourth figure walked with them, radiant with divine glory. The flames that consumed others could not touch them. Their clothes did not burn. Their hair did not singe. Not even the smell of smoke clung to them. So it has been with you. Though the fire was fierce, you emerged, not destroyed, but preserved. Marked with testimony. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 66, verse 10. For you, God, tested us. You refined us like silver. This is the mystery of your suffering. It was not meaningless pain, but holy refining. The trials you faced were not punishment. They were purification. Heaven was removing the dross, the excess, the things that could not travel with you into the next season. Every flame licked away a layer of fear, a layer of doubt, a layer of pride, until only the unshakable remained. Beloved, you may look back and wonder why your journey has been harder than others, why the fire around your life seemed hotter, more relentless. It is because your calling is weightier. Cheap materials do not require refining. Only precious metals are subjected to fire. The fierceness of your trials is not proof of weakness, but proof of value. Do not despise the fire. It did not come to kill you. It came to prove you. The enemy may have meant it for harm, but heaven turned it into training. The fire gave you endurance. It carved wisdom into your spirit. It gave you a compassion that cannot be faked, an authority that cannot be borrowed. You can now speak life into others, walking through flames. Because you carry the testimony, I have been there, and I survived. Beloved, notice this also. The fire not only refines, it releases. For Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the only thing the flames consumed were the ropes that bound them. In the same way, Your trials have burned away. Your chains, the very thing meant to imprison you, became the instrument of your freedom. What bound you before no longer holds you, because the fire destroyed it. The world may see scars, but heaven sees armor. The world may see struggle, but heaven sees strength. You are no longer the same as you were before the fire. Something has shifted. Something has matured. Something has been birthed within you that cannot be shaken. Beloved, chosen one, lift your perspective. Stop seeing the fire as an enemy. See it as the furnace of transformation. Just as silver gleams brighter after refining, so your life now carries a radiance born of survival. You do not walk with smoke upon you, you walk with glory upon you. Even now, others look at you and wonder how you are still standing. They see the fire you endured and assume you should have perished. Yet your endurance confounds them, because they cannot see the one who walked with you. That presence, invisible yet undeniable, is what sustained you. So do not hide your testimony. The fire you walked through was not in vain. It has given you a story that will light the path for others. When they tremble in the heat, you will speak and remind them, you will not burn. The fire will not destroy you. It will refine you and set you free. Beloved, you have walked through the fire, and you did not walk alone. That truth will carry you forward into every storm yet to come. Flames may rise again, but you know now they are not your end. They are your refining. Chosen one. You have heard much about crowns, crowns of glory, crowns of victory, crowns of life. Yet every crown comes with weight. A crown is not only a symbol of honor, it is a sign of responsibility. You were not chosen merely to shine, but to carry. To wear heaven's crown is to embrace heaven's calling. And that calling is heavy, holy, and costly. The world imagines crowns as glittering ornaments, polished gold adorned with jewels. But in heaven's kingdom, crowns are not ornaments of vanity, they are emblems of stewardship. A crown means authority. Yes, but authority to serve, to guard, to guide. A crown means accountability for the lives and destinies connected to you. To wear a crown is to carry weight others cannot see. Beloved, this is why your journey has not been light. Heaven has been preparing you to wear responsibility without collapsing under it. Responsibility cannot rest on weak shoulders. It requires strength, integrity, and humility. That is why you were tested in silence, trained in hardship, and refined in fire. It was not only for your growth, it was for those who will depend on your obedience. Consider David, anointed as king while still a shepherd boy. The oil flowed, but the throne did not come immediately. Years of exile, betrayal, and waiting followed. Why? Because a crown without preparation would have destroyed him. He had to learn in the wilderness how to lead, how to worship in caves, how to trust God when all seemed lost. Only then could he wear the crown with the heart of a shepherd and the courage of a warrior. Beloved, chosen one, you are walking that same path. The oil upon you is real, the anointing undeniable. But heaven ensures that when you wear your crown, you will wear it well, not with pride, but with humility, not with selfishness, but with service, not with fear, but with confidence rooted in God. The Spirit spoke through the Apostle Peter. Chapter 5, verse 4. And when the chief shepherd appears, You will receive the crown of glory that will never fade away. This crown is not handed lightly. It is reserved for those who remained faithful, who carried the weight without abandoning their post, who endured without compromise. The crown is not just about honor, it is about reward for responsibility embraced. Beloved, responsibility may feel lonely. To whom much is given, much is required. You will often feel the tension of walking a narrower path than those around you. Others may compromise and escape consequences, but you cannot. Others may live carelessly, but your steps are measured. This is not unfair, it is evidence of your crown. Heaven holds you to higher standards because you carry higher calling. Responsibility also means your choices echo beyond yourself. The crown on your head is not only for your life, it covers those entrusted to your influence. Your obedience opens doors for them. Your disobedience can close them. The weight is real, but so is the grace. Heaven never gives responsibility without also giving strength to bear it. Beloved, do not shrink from this weight. The enemy will try to convince you that responsibility is a burden too heavy. He will whisper that you are unworthy, unprepared, incapable. But hear the truth. Heaven does not place crowns on the heads of the unworthy. You are not carrying this alone. The Spirit empowers you. The chief shepherd guides you, and the angels surround you. Think of responsibility like carrying fire in your hands. Mishandled, it can destroy, but stewarded carefully, it warms, it lights, it spreads life. Your crown is like that fire. It is powerful, but it must be carried with reverence. The more carefully you steward it, the more heaven entrusts to you. Beloved, chosen one, take courage. Your crown is not for vanity, but for victory. It is the sign that you have been entrusted with assignments others could not carry. It is the seal that you are marked for influence not only in your life, but in the lives of many. Do not fear the responsibility. Embrace it, for every ounce of weight is matched with eternal glory. And when the chief shepherd appears, you will lay that crown at his feet, knowing that every battle endured, every responsibility carried, every sacrifice made was worth it. The crown you wear now in responsibility will shine then in glory, never fading, never dimming, an eternal testimony of your faithfulness. Beloved, wear it with reverence. Carry it with humility. Guard it with courage. For you are not only crowned, you are entrusted, and heaven smiles upon you, knowing you will bear the weight well. Chosen one, the call upon your life has never been just about you. Heaven did not set its mark upon you only to lift you out of darkness. It marked you so that through you, others might awaken. You are not merely a flame meant to warm yourself. You are a torch meant to ignite multitudes. There are people bound in silence right now, unaware of their calling, unaware of their worth. Some are drowning in cycles of shame, others lost in the fog of confusion, others chained by hopelessness. They do not yet know that freedom is possible. But heaven has placed you in their path as a living testimony. Your rising is not selfish, it is catalytic. Picture a single candle in a dark cathedral, alone. Its light seems small, but when one candle lights another, and another, soon the entire cathedral is ablaze with radiance. That is what your obedience does. Every time you live boldly as one of God's chosen ones, you light another flame. Every word of truth you speak, every act of love you give, every step of courage you take, it awakens another soul to rise. The apostle wrote in the letter to the Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14, "Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you, beloved." These words are not only a command but also a prophecy. The multitude is waiting to awaken, and your life is part of the alarm clock. Heaven is ringing. When they see you standing where you once fell, when they see your fire burning after storms tried to extinguish it, when they see your scars shining as testimony, they will believe awakening is possible for them too. This is why your obedience matters. The enemy fights you not only for yourself, but for those who will be impacted through you. He knows that your rising threatens to awaken an army. He knows that if even one chosen one finds their voice, others will begin to rise. This is why your fight has been so fierce. It was never just about you, beloved chosen one. Let me speak from the heart here. If this word resonates with your spirit, do not keep it silent. When you like this message, it is not simply clicking a button, it is as if you are lifting a torch higher, allowing its glow to reach further into the darkness. When you share, you are placing a spark in someone else's hands, someone who may desperately need it tonight. When you subscribe, you are choosing to stay connected to a flow of encouragement that keeps your own fire burning bright. And yes, for those who feel led, even giving sowing into this work is like pouring oil into the lamps of others. It ensures that the flame does not go out, that messages like this continue to reach the weary, the broken, the hidden chosen ones, still waiting for their awakening. Your generosity is not just support, it is participation in the awakening of multitudes. Each seed you sow becomes another flame lit in the darkness. But beyond all this, beloved, the most powerful act is your own testimony. Do not underestimate the power of your story. Someone is waiting to hear how you survived the fire, how you endured the storm, how you stood when everything tried to break you. Your testimony is a key that unlocks another's prison. Your words can shake someone from slumber and say, "Wake up. You too are chosen." So I invite you to take part even now. In the comments below, write these simple words, "I awaken others." This is more than a phrase, it is a declaration. When you type it, you are aligning with heaven's assignment on your life. You are saying, "I will not keep my fire to myself. I will carry it into the world. I will live so that others may rise." Each time you write it, you are adding to the chorus of awakening, a collective roar that darkness cannot silence. Beloved, this is the season of awakening. The multitudes are stirring. The time of silence is over. You were chosen not only to rise, but to raise others. You were called not only to survive, but to inspire. And as you move forward, remember every step of faith you take, every word of courage you speak, every act of obedience you embrace, another soul awakens. Let your life be the candle that sparks a wildfire. Let your testimony be the trumpet that calls sleepers to rise. Let your fire be the beacon that says to the world, "The chosen ones are awakening." Chosen one, the hours of preparation, of pruning, or of fire and silence have all been leading to this, the seal. Every season has its test, and every test has its moment of sealing a divine signature, marking that what has been written is now established. This Friday holds that weight. It is not merely a date on the calendar, It is a portal of permanence, a point where decisions crystallize into destiny. The seal of heaven is not like the signatures of men. Men may promise today and break tomorrow. They may change their words, alter their commitments, bend to pressure. But when heaven seals something, it is irreversible. The door that heaven shuts cannot be opened by man, and the door that heaven opens cannot be shut by man. The seal is final, eternal, unshakable. Beloved, think of wax upon a scroll in ancient days. The scroll remained closed until the king pressed his signet ring into the wax. That mark carried the full authority of his throne. No one dared break it, for to do so was to defy the king himself. In the same way, heaven places its seal upon your life, declaring, "This one is mine. This one is marked. This one carries my authority and my promise." The Spirit spoke through the Apostle Paul in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 22. He set his seal of ownership on us and put his Spirit in our hearts as a deposit, guaranteeing to come. This seal is not merely symbolic. It is the Spirit himself dwelling in you, the eternal assurance that your calling is not fragile, your destiny not uncertain. The seal guarantees what is to come. It whispers, "The promises over you are not fading ink, they are etched in eternity." Beloved, the enemy fears this seal, for it is proof that his claims on you are broken. Chains may have once held you. Accusations may have once haunted you. But the seal testifies louder. You belong to heaven now. No curse can override it. No shadow can erase it. No failure can cancel it. The seal speaks ownership, protection, and identity. Yet with the seal comes responsibility. Just as a soldier bears the insignia of his king, reminding him of who he serves, so too the seal upon your spirit reminds you daily, you are not your own. You carry the name, the reputation, the mission of the one who marked you. This is not a burden, but a holy honor. Beloved chosen one, understand what this Friday represents. It is a hinge, a crossing point, a moment when your choices are not just decisions but seals. What you embrace is marked as yours. What you reject is left behind. Heaven respects your will, but heaven also honors its seals. If you seal yourself to compromise, Kompromisse clings. If you seal yourself to obedience, obedience opens endless doors. This is why hesitation is dangerous here. The seal does not wait for endless deliberation. It falls when the moment arrives. To miss it is to forfeit what was prepared, but to embrace it is to carry a mark that nothing in earth or hell can erase. Consider the Passover night in Egypt. The blood upon the doorposts was the seal that distinguished life from death. When the angel passed through, he did not debate. He did not weigh intentions. He looked for the seal, and where it was found, protection remained. In the same way, your life carries a seal. When heaven looks, it sees the blood of the Lamb, the Spirit within you, the mark of destiny. That seal speaks louder than accusation, louder than fear, louder than doubt. Beloved, the Friday seal is not about emotion, it is about alignment. It is heaven's stamp upon those who say yes in truth. It is the assurance that your destiny is not floating in uncertainty, but grounded in divine authority. Even when storms come, the seal remains. Even when shadows rise, the seal glows. Even when you stumble, the seal whispers, "You are still mine." Lift your perspective and recognize the beauty of this. You are not wandering without anchor. You are sealed. Your life carries heaven's signature. Your spirit carries heaven's guarantee. Your future carries heaven's promise. This Friday is not a fleeting moment. It is a sealing of all that has been prepared. Beloved chosen one, walk with reverence. Carry the seal with honor. Let it remind you daily that your destiny is secured, your identity unshakable, your inheritance eternal. And as you step forward, know this: the seal of heaven is upon you, and nothing can break what God has marked forever. Chosen one. Now, the story circles back to its essence. You are marked forever. The seal upon your life is not temporary ink that fades with rain or tears. It is an eternal engraving, written by the hand of God Himself, declaring to heaven and to earth, "This one belongs to me." Nothing and no one can erase it. Look at your journey. You have walked through storms that would have drowned others, yet you emerged. You have endured fires that should have consumed you, yet you shine brighter. You have faced chains that bound generations before you, yet you shattered them. All these are not just memories of survival. They are testimonies that you are indelibly marked. To be marked by heaven is to carry both glory and weight. It is to live with a light that cannot be hidden, a calling that cannot be silenced, and an identity that cannot be traded. You may have doubted it in moments of weakness. You may have wished to blend in, to live quietly, unnoticed. But chosen ones cannot remain hidden forever. The mark always reveals itself. Think of Moses, whose face shone after being in God's presence, so radiant that others could not look at him. He did not ask for that mark. It was given because of intimacy with the divine. Or Paul, who bore what he called the marks of Christ in his body, scars of obedience that testified louder than words. In the same way, you carry marks, scars, testimonies, stories that shine as proof of where you have been and who you belong to. As it is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 1, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine." Beloved, these words are not gentle suggestion. They are thunder from eternity. You are His. You are not lost, not overlooked, not abandoned. The God of creation has called you by name, carved your identity into His palm, and claimed you forever. No voice of the enemy, no shadow of doubt, no failure of the past can override that ownership. And so, you walk differently. You carry yourself not in arrogance, but in quiet confidence. You know who you are and whose you are. You are not defined by mistakes, but by mercy. You are not trapped by history, but propelled by destiny. Your mark is not shame, it is glory. Beloved, chosen one. Let this truth settle deep. You are unstoppable, not because of your strength, but because of the one who has marked you. Mountains may rise, but your steps will carve paths through them. Rivers may swell, but your stride will cross without drowning. Darkness may surround, but your light will always cut through. You are marked not for defeat, but for victory. Do not look back with regret. Every valley shaped your endurance. Every fire refined your faith. Every silence tuned your ears to heaven. Nothing was wasted. All of it now glows as part of the mark you carry. You walk as living proof that God redeems, restores, and reigns. And the mark is not only for now, it is eternal. It will follow you into eternity, where crowns will be laid down, tears wiped away, and the mark of the chosen ones will shine as testimony forever. The journey here is temporary, but the mark you carry is forever. So step forward boldly. You are not unfinished, not uncertain, not fragile. You are sealed, branded, marked with heaven's authority. You walk in power, clothed in light, destined for glory. Beloved chosen one, hear it one last time. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are marked forever. Chosen one. You have walked through this word, not by accident, but by divine design. Every sentence was meant to remind you of who you are. Every moment intended to stir the fire within you. Heaven has spoken, and your spirit has recognized its echo. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are marked forever. Now, as this message comes to its close, let me speak from the heart. If this word has touched you, do not let it fade into silence. Just as a flame grows brighter when oxygen surrounds it, this word grows stronger when it is shared. When you like this message, you lift it higher, allowing the light to travel where shadows still remain. When you share, you become the messenger, carrying hope to another soul who may be on the verge of giving up. If you have not yet subscribed, consider it an act of anchoring yourself to this flow of encouragement. Each new word will arrive like fresh oil, keeping your lamp burning, keeping your spirit sharp, reminding you daily of the truth. Heaven has already spoken over you. And for those who feel the nudge of generosity, know this: giving is not about transaction. It is about participation. Your seed is like water poured into soil. It ensures that this well does not run dry, that countless others will drink from it as you have. Every donation, whether large or small, becomes a part of the chain of awakening. Finally, beloved, let your voice be heard. Leave a comment. Declare what stirred your spirit. Or simply write, "I receive." This is more than interaction. It is agreement. It is your spirit saying yes to heaven's call. Rise, chosen one. Share the light. Carry the fire. Live as one who is marked forever.